Here we're going to talk about the present continuous or progressive tense. Take note, it's either you call it present continuous tense or you call it present progressive tense. So, what is this tense in English? How do we use them? We're going to talk about this tense now. A present continuous tense is a tense that is used to indicate, to show that an action is happening now. An action is taking place now. So whenever you want to talk about something that is happening now, the verb you use there is present continuous tense. Let me underline the key word again. Very important. So you have this key point as you are reading through. The tense is used to indicate that an action is happening now. Okay? Alright, present continuous tense are the ing verbs. So whenever we use them, the spelling ends in ing. Now you remember when we talked about, we had a table in our last class, okay? We talked about present tense, past tense, continuous tense, alright? We also talked about past participle, okay? Now, the continuous tense, they can be used as present continuous tense also. Please, very important that you take note of this. That tense is called continuous tense. Now, when you use it as a present continuous tense, there is something very important I am going to tell you about. Because this continuous tense, progressive tense that I'm talking about now, you can still use it as a past continuous or a past progressive. But remember, our focus in this video is present tense. So, as I told you that these verbs are the ing verbs, it's important for you to know that whenever you are using continuous tense, progressive tense in a sentence, if you're using them as present continuous, they must take primary auxiliary verb. Permit me to underline this again, very important. When you use a present continuous tense in a sentence, alright, it must take primary auxiliary verb before it. And this primary auxiliary verb it takes is in present tense form. Alright, let me underline. We have this, that it must take primary auxiliary verb. Those ones in their present tense form. Those ones in their what? Present tense form. Example is, am, are. If you go back to our first class in English language, I taught you about the primary auxiliary verb, present and past tense. And I told you that is present, alright? Am is present, are is also present. So these three, very important for you to always remember. That continuous tense, if it is present continuous, it has to take this primary auxiliary verb in their present tense, is, am, are, any one of them, depending on the subject of the sentence. Don't worry, we are yet to learn about subjects of a sentence and object of a sentence. In other classes to come, we will learn about them. Now let us look at these examples we have here on how we can use present continuous tense in a given sentence. There are three examples I've written here on the board. Number one, Engineer Omaka is teaching English now. So the continuous tense there is teaching. But if I use teaching, does it just mean that it is present? The answer is no. That I use an ing verb does not really mean that this is present. If I want to make it present, it must take a primary auxiliary verb. Alright? And that is why you say this. Engineer Omaka is teaching. Good. So I'm going to underline this. Is teaching. Maybe to use blank marker. Is teaching. Remember, why this is very important is this. I could have said Engineer Omaka was teaching English. If I say was, you know it has changed this continuous tense to what? Past. So if I must make teaching present, then it has to go with the present tense helping verb, is. Number two, I am running for my team. I am running for my team. So what is the present continuous tense there? I'm running. Running alone is continuous tense, which, like I said, in a sentence, it can be used either as present or what? Past continuous tense. But once again, remember we are learning present continuous tense. So what is the primary auxiliary verb that will come before this continuous tense? The primary auxiliary verb is am. I am running. I'm running. Number 3, we are sweating in the class because there is no fan. We are sweating in the class because there is no fan. So, the continuous tense there is sweating. If I want to make it present, it must go with a present primary auxiliary verb. That is a present primary helping verb. Okay? A present primary auxiliary verb. I'm saying this because you remember I have taught you about modal auxiliary verb. The one it's going to use in present continuous tense is primary auxiliary verb, which is present. Okay, so we are sweating. We are sweating. So are sweating is the present continuous tense there. Alright, so let us get ready. We are going to talk about the present perfect tense next.